Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and thank you so much for joining me on another English lesson where I have the opportunity to help you with your English vocabulary, fluency, and your English comprehension. Now, I usually do that here on the channel by reading. I believe reading is one of the best ways to help you to learn and understand English. On today's lesson, I am simply going to talk to you about how to talk about holidays. And in particular, I want to talk to you about the current holiday that is being celebrated in this country, which is Easter. Now, before I get into today's lesson, I would like to say welcome to all of the new subscribers that have recently joined the community. Thank you so much. I hope that the lessons are helpful. And I want to encourage everyone to use the comments section below to introduce yourself, let people know where you are from, and use that as an opportunity to discuss English or today's topic. Well, let's dive into today's lesson. I hope you're ready for a little bit of learning and a little bit of laughter. So, Easter is a Christian holiday that is recognized nationally here in the United States. Easter is a celebration of what the Bible says concerning Jesus and how he lived, died for the sins of mankind on a cross, and on the third day he rose again. And so what people usually say during this time is Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Okay. Now, oftentimes some people choose not to use the word Easter, even though it is in the Bible. Some people say simply Happy Resurrection Day or Happy Resurrection Sunday. So either one, if you use it, people will know what you are talking about. Now, sadly, in this country, everything is monetized. Okay. If the man can think of a way to make money off of something, then he will. That's just the way of the world. And so oftentimes in this country, you don't see Christ being celebrated. There's usually some type of imposter. And during the Easter time or Easter season, which is the spring, there is a rabbit, an Easter bunny, as he is called. I don't even know if it's a he or a she. But what will happen is you will usually start hearing people talking about Easter egg hunts. Easter egg hunts. And so people will say, are you having an Easter egg hunt? Or are you going to an Easter egg hunt? And this is a tradition that many families do. People that are Christian and non-Christian do. They boil eggs and then they paint them different colors, usually pastel colors. And I'll talk about that later. But over the last few years, I have noticed people doing eggs with themes on them, like Harry Potter or Blue's Clues, different cartoons or movies, Marvel characters. And then they'll hide them. And then after you find them, they'll eat the egg that during that time or at a later time. Some people use plastic eggs and they put candy on the inside or money, and they hide them, and they have these activities for the kids. What does that have to do with the resurrection of Jesus? Nothing. But it's something that is widely done in this country. Another way to talk about Easter that you will hear people say in this country is a question. Are you going to church? Are you going to church? So a church is simply a place or a house of worship, and it's a common joke here in this country because not that many people worship God here in this country. And so they'll say most people go to church twice a year, Christmas and Easter. And so during the Easter time, some people will dress up. They'll wear what we call their Sunday best, and they'll go to church either by themselves or with a family member or a friend. And so people usually go to Easter services. Now, in this country, some churches have sunrise services at like 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning, just to do that in remembrance of Christ rising from the grave that morning. And so that's just a tradition that some churches have here in this country. Another thing that people talk about during the Easter season or the Easter holiday season are Easter colors. Okay, so usually during this particular time of the year, people will wear what I said earlier, pastel colors, loud colors such as a baby blue or a yellow or a purple. Those colors are usually spring-like colors because Easter is around the beginning of spring or summer. So people usually wear pastel colors if they can. Linen outfits, okay? Men will wear linen suits. Women usually wear linen type dresses. And so that is what is done during the Easter season. Another thing that takes place during the Easter season is Easter candy. You see the commercials all the time during this time of the year here in the United States. Chocolate candies, chocolate bunnies, jelly beans, just a lot of sugar and sweets, nothing healthy. But during this time, you will see a lot of chocolates and sugary sweets. It's just like during Valentine's Day, they have certain heart-shaped candies and chocolates. Then during Christmas, you see candy canes and different types of cakes. During Thanksgiving, it's pies. So during Easter, you see a lot of chocolate-covered eggs or jelly beans of different flavors, licorice. And so there's no shortage of candy during the Easter season. So these are some ways that you can talk about Easter or the resurrection during this particular season of the year. I personally try to keep it all about Christ because that's what the celebration is about. Now, I must admit, I do like Reese's candies, the chocolate with the peanut butter, and so I really enjoy those. But this is a time of the year that is very festive and celebratory, and many people celebrate Easter, what I say, the right way, and then some not the biblical way. But as an English speaker, it's good to be able to be familiar with these types of things so you can hold a conversation. Well, that's going to do it for today's lesson. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. If you have, consider sharing today's lesson with a friend that is trying to improve their English. And I have taught you how to talk about holidays, Easter in particular. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few moments. As always, have a wonderful day, and I hope you join me on my next English lesson.